What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we got another breaking comic book news video for you. We have the Judgment Day announcement from Marvel. It seems like 3 massive entities within the Marvel universe, the comic book universe, are about to go head-to-head. Or maybe one will be playing Peacekeeper. We don't know. But anyway, from CBR.com, we got the Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals go to war in Marvel's Judgment Day. Karen Gillan will be writing this summer event. You know, we'll read this article, obviously, but then we'll give our thoughts to you about what we think actually is going on here.
Yes. According to the press release from Marvel Comics, Judgment Day will be written by Kieran Gillen, illustrated by Valerio Schiti, with Marte Gracia coloring the book. This is already my favorite thing about the book. In the book, the Eternals will discover a truth about mutant kind that will lead them into a conflict with the X-Men at a time when that group is at the apex of its power. While this is going on, the Avengers, who are headquartered inside a fallen Celestial, discover a truth. This leads to the Avengers trying to prevent a potentially apocalyptic war, while the Eternals brazenly target the mutant nation of Krakoa. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so, you know, reading that previous to this announcement, and we were just saying that there was going to be an X-Men Eternals Avengers event coming in the summer from Marvel, I didn't, you know, outside of, well, not really, all the real keys or the pieces of information we've been given have been in Karen Gillan's Eternal run, which felt like they were going after the Avengers, and they still may. You know,
I think they are. I think they very much are, especially after issue 9 is what we just got most recently, when Ajax was pretty much like, we're going to get what's ours.
Yeah,
and they're talking about the Celestial that is the Avengers headquarters.
So I'm curious and eagerly awaiting to see how the X-Men are going to get pulled in. You know, Karen Gillan is writing the Immortal X-Men book, so massive council, big moves going on in that book. He's got his Eternals run. It only makes sense that he's going to do some kind of event, but you know, reading closer into the article, Gillan basically says like he's never written an event for Marvel, so he's never had the, you know, he's always played with songs or, you know, individual toys. He's never written a symphony for Marvel when it comes to a summer event. So I'm just going to be curious to see like where we actually go with this. And the other question I ask is this going to be the downfall of the X-Men? Is this where, you know, the apex of Destiny of X and the downfall of the X-Men, is this where it's going to come to a head?
For sure not.
No?
100% not. No.
Okay. All right.
But I only say that because I think now that we're in this new era, again, we've talked about it enough already, but just with Hickman basically saying, all right, you guys want to play here for years, okay, that's fine, here's the sandbox, I'm out. They're not just going to go one more year and then wrap up the sandbox, or 6 months, really, because Inferno just ended. Yeah. But I don't see any hint of it here. But one of the teasers that I saw for this post for this was, I'm not going to say it right because I don't have it in front of me, but it was basically like the Eternals thought they had contained all of the deviants, but the one that they forgot were mutants. So it's almost like they're going to be somehow viewing the mutants as direct enemies of the people in some way, like that the Eternals it's going to be their duty to take out mutant kind.
So like a subsect of deviants, you know, something that kind of like went through the evolutionary train into humans. So like maybe the X gene will be defined in this book, whereas it's the X gene is actually a deviant sub creation. I don't know. Obviously we're speculating, but
but we're right. And then everyone's gonna watch this video and be like, "Damn,
two fat guys.
You guys know what they're talking about."
They called it anyway.
Like, I almost think that Eternals are gonna be. Obviously, Karen Gillan's gonna be much more eloquent in this, but I almost feel like they're gonna be painted as
the villain.
No, well, yes, the villain, but like almost like the like right wing, more of like conspiracy. And I don't mean this as a tie to American politics, but I just mean like they're going to be viewed as the extremists here. As like Eternals are just going to be like, no. We got to get back to humans first. We were here to protect humans. Screw all deviants. You're all fucked. Celestials. We got to get back to our core identity. And I think they're going to take that really hard line stance. That's not going to give you like any room for wiggle room, which. Or at least maybe some of them will. I don't know. Like maybe like Icarus and a few are just like, he just had that traumatic experience where his rebirth caused the death of that boy. And we've seen the effects of it. Maybe he goes hardline and it's just like, nope, mutants got to go.
Well, I mean, that would make sense with, the most recent movie and how the group kind of split into two in the movie where Icarus was the hard ass and like, we're here for a mission. We're going to get it done. End of story. So I could definitely see, with Feige being involved with with the comics, lining up that tonal shift within the comics, just like in the MCU, which I don't think is a bad thing. I guess for me, outside of the, I think Karen Gillan's going to kill it. Don't get me wrong. I think every time I read his Eternals run, I'm like, this guy is gaining more and more and more favor with me in his writing style and storytelling. It gets you in the feels, whether if it's like, hey, that was clever or, oh man, that was deep. And to see that with X-Men, I was already excited. So to see him kind of bring the two together and then bring in the Avengers, I mean, are we going to say that Karen Gillan is potentially the next Jonathan Hickman in the Marvel office? I mean, I know that's a big stretch, but seems to be taking on a lot of big projects.
Yeah, we're sitting here doing this review, and I completely forgot that he's starting Immortal X-Men in April, and so he's obviously going to have a pretty involved,
heavy slate. Yeah,
heavy slate. That's actually, now that I think about it, it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround. He's only going to have what? This is supposed to release in July, so he's only going to have an April, May, June. He's only going to have 3 issues before we're embroiled in this event. So I imagine that the precursor for this is the build-up for this is probably going to take place more in. I mean, obviously, already has an Eternals, but is going to even more. In the Eternals book. And I don't know if you mentioned it, but the free comic book day.
Yeah. So this pops. This event is going to pop in the free comic book day, which comes out May 7th, I believe. So you're gonna want to get your hands on that. I mean, you should get your hands on free comic book day stuff all the time. We'll definitely do a video for that. Get the free preview in before the day of, so you know what to pick up. But this is definitely one of the big ones you need to pick up, especially if you're into this event. The other thing I'll say is, obviously, when we get closer to May May. No, let me rephrase. You say July or June? No, July. As we get closer to July solicitations, I'll be very interested to see how many tie-ins we get with this event, if any.
So I was actually just going to bring that up. They very specifically tell you how this is going to take place. They say it's going to be in Free Comic Book Day, Avengers and X-Men, Eternals, Immortal X-Men, X-Men, and Avengers. I almost wonder if this is only going to take place in a 4-way crossover.
Man,
any particular tie-ins for that?
I really like that. I know that we've kind of said we've liked that positive spin with the Reckoning War that's going on right now, where it's only self-contained in Dan Slott's Fantastic Four run outside of an Alpha and an Omega. I think that's really smart. I think we've been oversaturated with tie-ins lately. That for any event, I mean, it felt like it started with Empire for us. That was our first major Marvel event for this channel. And we were like, we're all in. And then it was like, ugh. And then it was Heroes Reborn. We're all in. Ugh. And then Donny Cates' King in Black. You know, we literally could have stick to just the alphas, you know, the main books. So to have it as a 4-way crossover, I'm already reading those books.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We're already picking those books up too, so it wouldn't change anything. However, I will say, if we get some tie-ins, if they do it like Al Ewing's, what was it, Final Annihilation, or what was that event called?
Last Annihilation? No.
Last Annihilation.
Yeah, Last Annihilation.
If they do it like that, great. I'm all about it, because not only was each tie-in fundamentally key, we only had 4. They were spaced out appropriately, and they weren't all jumbled together and just like, oh look, it's X summer event Spider-Man, X summer event Wolverine, X summer event, you know, the same 3 characters over and over again. And so that if they do it that way out, I won't be upset.
No, I this has got a lot of good going for it. I think it's got some good momentum. We'll have to wait until we get to those solicits in July. But overall, I'm very excited. You know, if this had been announced issue 3 of Eternals, you know, with issue 3 coming out of Karen Gillan's Eternals, I might have been like, I don't know, but dude has gained major favor, at least on this channel, and I'm sure a lot of other people are digging it. I know that some people aren't into it, but that's okay. But overall, I can't wait for it.
Me either. And I actually we are primarily focusing on the writing and the plot point of this. I will say that even though that's what we focused on here, the thing I'm most excited about of this event is Valerio Schiti and Monte Gracia doing the art. Valerio Schiti, ever since Empire, even though the story wasn't what we wanted it to be, the main art of that book was absolutely everything I wanted it to be, and everything that Schiti has touched since then. Whether it be the fill-in issues in Guardians of the Galaxy or Fantastic Four, I have been totally about. And of course, Marte Gracia is really the second-headed dragon to Pepe Larraz's amazing artwork right now. Of course, PP does good stuff on his own, but it really, really pops when Gracia gets a hold of it. Color. Actually, I would probably go so far as to say that he's probably the best colorist for Marvel right now.
Okay, yeah, I could stand behind that. I totally agree. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this Judgment Day video. Let us know down in the comments. Are you going to be picking up this event? Are you excited for it? Or are you going to pass? And as always, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Make sure to give us a like, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Read more comics. Later.